Thank you, Nahad. And absolutely, one of the things he mentioned, which is so true, is that this is an exciting and exhilarating time to be alive and to even be an American Muslim. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. I'd now like to introduce the MAPS president, who will talk to us about MAPS, where we are and where we're heading. Mahmood Kadeer is the current president of MAPS, and he's now my boss, so I guess I got to give a good introduction. Mahmood has over 20 years experience in community service with Islamic institutions in the US. He was one of the founders of MAPS and served in various roles since then, including as vice president, on the board of trustees, and as project manager to complete the construction of this building that we're in right now. Would you agree that these are beautiful facilities that we have? Very blessed. Well, you can thank Mahmood for his project management. Before moving to Seattle, Mahmood was secretary of Huntsville Islamic Center and helped raise funds to build a new mosque there in Huntsville, Alabama. In his professional life, because yes, we Muslims do have professional lives outside of our service, Mahmood has over 28 years of experience in the software industry, including at a place you may have heard of, Microsoft. Any other Microsofties in the house? Okay, phew, I'm surprised. I would have expected more. In any case, Mahmood has been at Microsoft for over 16 years, working in various roles, including engineering director, customer support, and business management. He's currently the senior director in Microsoft mergers and acquisitions, and he is married to the wonderful Salma Kadeer, who's here, and who is a pre-K teacher at Medina. They're blessed with 3 children and a granddaughter, so let's give it up for Mahmood Kadeer.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't believe it for a minute when Anila says I am her boss. She is everybody's boss. So, before I get started, I would like to invite my team, the board of directors of the MAP, who are here, to come on the stage, and I'll introduce them and then we'll get started. So, Brother Nasser Wakil, the Vice President of MAPS. Give it. Sister Irma, who is the Women's Secretary. Brother Masood, the Facilities in charge. Brother Hazim, the Social. Brother Ilyasi, the Religious. And Brother Ahmad, the Education. Please give them a strong round of applause for all the contributions that they are making, inshallah. Thank you very much. This is the team that is making all the things happen. I also want to take a moment. I have one dear friend of mine who always used to sit in this table. His name is Dr. Sharkhawi. I miss him today. I want everybody to pray for him. He sent his blessings for this particular event. And I really miss him because every time I look at him, so just make sure you remember in his du'as, he's recovering from ALS, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him shifa. So just take a moment to pray for him. Okay. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I would request, silence please, because this is an important update on your amana. So just bear with me for 15 minutes or so that you get the full picture of what MAPS is about. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. On behalf of MAPS, I welcome all of you today for our annual banquet and progress update meeting as we embark on our journey for our future. Through deepening faith, standing strong, upholding values, and building bridges. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of you for spending time in His cause. In Surah Yusuf, ayah number 87, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and never give up hope of Allah's soothing mercy. Truly, no one despairs of Allah's soothing mercy except those who have no faith. For over 2 millennia, the story of Prophet Yusuf a.s. has inspired Muslims, Jews and Christians alike. The Quran dictates chapter 12 to tell us about Prophet Yusuf's life journey. One that starts with trials and tribulations, that progresses with patience and prayers, and that ends in success and salvation. Indeed, in the story of Prophet Yusuf are many lessons for all those who came before us and for us in these present times. Prophet Yaqub's, Yusuf's father's instructions to his sons when searching for Prophet Yusuf were, never despair of Allah's soothing mercy, never fail our principles, never lose faith. Our community rose up admirably to the challenges of 2016. Once we all believe in the Allah's unbounded mercy and never fail on our principles of justice and never lose faith, I have the firm belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change our condition and bless us now and in the future. So today, I humbly stand before you, representing the board and board of trustees, to provide update to all of you on your trust that you have given us, both with your money as well as with your volunteer hours and your complete trust in representing the community who we are. I will cover the MAPS update in 4 key areas. Number 1, I want to spend some time on our vision. Number 2, we want to talk about our progress. Number 3, we'll discuss about our financials. And number 4, what we are trying to do in future. To look at our vision, I think this vision that we have laid down is not new. It's the same vision that I had said last year. We are committed to ensure that we remain focused on creating impact and agility with nimbleness and accommodate diverse needs. We formulated a strong vision for MAPS, a vision that inspires and fosters our community, a vision that impacts quality of life for each and every one of us, a vision that is grounded in Quran and Sunnah, a vision that is we are building on the 4 cornerstones of faith, outbound good, inbound good, and model citizen. Let's remind ourselves why these 4. Faith brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by strengthening our spiritual foundation. Outbound good is a manifestation of our faith in helping those around us who are in need of our help, following our sunnah. Inbound good requires that we learn each and every day from all the good that we see around us and reflect and improve ourselves as we continue our journey in this life. And finally, the model citizenry is the shaping of a well-balanced, exemplar human being, good at heart, fair-minded, and taking care of wherever they are. Our strong vision enabled MAPS to become a platform. You can see on your screen where lots of programs take birth, thrive and create impact in their areas. MAPS is extending the influence of Muslims by enabling local and national organizations to grow. We are building allies with religious and non-religious organizations, both locally and nationally. You can see the circle of influence of MAPS growing day by day. The innermost core of MAPS started in 2006. The outer circle that you are seeing today in just a matter of 10 years or in a decade. And it will inshallah continue to grow. So next few minutes, let me share our combined progress at MAPS. The details are in the annual report that is launched today as a part of this annual fundraising. So please take a moment after this address to review that, as it has a lot of great accomplishments that each and every one of you were foundational to this. The report shows the impact you have created. The foundation of our success belongs to our community. You continue to contribute towards our success with your ideas, your effort, your time, and your money. And for that, I am very thankful to you and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us to be a part of this community and bless each and every one of you who are here today to participate, as well as who are not here, who have been instrumental in making sure that we do. So before we go into the details of the progress, let me spend a few high-level highlights, few minutes on the high-level highlights of what MAPS has accomplished. First and the foremost, we were able to financially break even this particular year, alhamdulillah. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have increased our income by 14%. At the same time, we reduced our expenses by 1%. We have launched 3 new initiatives: MAPS Amen, MAPS MCRC Clinic, and MAPS MCRC Legal Clinic. We started MAPS Library with over 2,000 books. We started MAPS Coffee Shop, and we have an active and engaged youth group, thanks to our youth director Hassan, who is driving hard to make sure that we make a vibrant youth group. And today, we are serving over 5,500 families coming from 40 different countries. This would have been only possible, our growth is only possible because of our balanced vision, a welcoming community, and we want to continue to build on the top of that particular vision. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers. We are growing at an overall rate of 15% year over year. We had served over 2,400 meals in 6 shelters. Thanks to MAPS MCRC program, which has seen a tremendous growth, and we will continue to invest in it. We distributed financial assistance to over 1,000 families, organized interfaith gatherings and visits to over 3,000 of our fellow friends, and we had a foot traffic of over 110,000 last year. Our Eid prayers has an attendance over 5,000. We have over 8,000 people attending the social gatherings. And alhamdulillah, you can see at all the numbers, I don't want to read them. This year, inshallah, we have our Ramadan Eid celebration planning to be done in the Marymore Park at a much larger scale, inshallah. Working with Northwest Alliance of Muslim organizations, we will invite one and all, Muslim and non-Muslim, to come and celebrate with us our Eid at Marymore Park. This will gather probably over 6,000, 7,000 or 8,000 people. So pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are successful in our reach out effort. Next, let's look at our faith pillar. We have over 100 students in different classes in our Rahma Academy. Our Friday night program has grown over 160 students. We have daily classes and prayers. We had over 14 scholar visits to MAPS from all over USA. We conducted a very successful Sira conference, and we have 2 new hires, Sheikh Kyle and Sheikh Hassan, who were instrumental in imparting the knowledge to our kids in our Rahma Academy. Our Imam Sheikh Jaban and our 2 new hires, Sheikh Hassan and Sheikh Kyle, are the key contributors to our faith pillar. We are witnessing a year-over-year growth of 10% in this particular area. Let's look at the outbound good. Our outbound good arm, which is MAPS MCRC, under the leadership of Brother Khizar and Sister Nikhat, is at the forefront of delivering on this pillar, working with the community at large. I would like each one of you to give a round of applause to them for really raising it to the next level as to what we have never seen before. You know, this is a very important pillar for Muslims, and where our investment is going to grow year over year. Last year we spent over $100,000 in reaching out and contributing the outbound good that we have. We started a monthly clinic at MAPS. I don't know how many of you have heard of this clinic in the Seattle area, where we have served over 275 patients, not just Muslims, but non-Muslims in the community who doesn't have insurance, being offered by the community volunteer doctors to come and validate and stay there with us. Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of potential to grow this particular clinic. When the travel ban was announced, we conducted a legal clinic workshop over where 40 families benefited from what they needed to do next. We launched an amazing initiative. I don't know how many of you don't know about it. This is MAPS Amen, under the esteemed leadership of Sister Anila Afzali, who is focused on coalition building, education, media, and leadership development, primarily in our youth. Since the launch of MAPS Amen, you could see the initiative that how we are reaching out to the communities beyond Muslim community, and how we are standing up for the minorities on the footings of the justice, and we are able to contribute. We start our MAPS Now program, which is nature, outdoor, and wilderness, is creating inroads and creating impact in a community under the leadership of Brother Oskan. He came up with this idea 2 years ago. Now, Alhamdulillah, like Brother Nehad described, the signs you see on the highways, the parks that we clean. In fact, today the team was cleaning the Marymore Park just before coming and attending the fundraiser today here. So give them a round of applause for all the work that they are doing, inshallah. We are seeing a 50% growth year over year in this area, and this is a prime and important area following the sunnah of our Prophet ﷺ to make the lives of the people who we touch greater, and we are going to continue to invest in this particular area. There are hundreds and hundreds of volunteers who are our silent heroes, who are sitting here, some quietly, some of them are working behind the scenes even today. This effort would not have been possible without the unwavering commitment from each and every one of them. I cannot take their names in interest of the time, but I would request you to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward them for every second of their life that they are spending on creating an impact in the community that we are living in. I thank them from bottom of my heart and on behalf of the entire MAPS community for all that they are doing. Let's look at the inbound good. There are over 800 students learning at MAPS on a regular basis. Over 500 people attend regular lectures, and over 500 attended the family camp to connect and build bonds with each other. We opened our library, and Alhamdulillah we have over 200 members and over 2,000 books in the library, from the kids to all the adults. This is the second year of our MAPS TAG program, a technology meetup group where brightest minds come together across the technology industry to share ideas in areas such as big data, artificial intelligence, etc. Lots and lots of more classes, courses and seminars are enabling us to learn and become better. Now let's look at model citizenry. To shape model citizens, we have enhanced programs at MAPS. We had over 300 people passed by our booth as a part of the Redmond Lights program. We had a very successful career fair where our youths attended over 150 people. In just over 3 months under MAPS MN, we participated in dozens and dozens of local events and causes. We had over 30 media events. Our contributions to the community at large are being recognized by one and all. We are seeing a growth of 15% year over year. We developed very strong relationship with local law enforcement, local politicians and other agencies like City of Redmond, Redmond Police, etc. Governor Jainsley addressed our crowd on the Ramadan last year. Senators call me up whenever we see some marginalization of the Muslim. So I want to thank all of them for their unwavering support that we get as a community. We establish relationship with the local press. So many impactful programs we have get a positive coverage in the media as we embark on the negativity that is all around us. We remain focused to really make an impact in the positive way. So let me share you a few glimpses of how we are deepening faith, standing together and upholding values and building bridges. This first picture you see is of Nouman Ali Khan, who addressed a crowd of over 2,000, 1,500 people here. People are learning about our religion, what really it stands for, what we needed to do. And the next picture, standing strong, this is Sister Anila Afzali addressing a crowd of over 170,000 sisters on the day of the Women's March in Seattle. So we are so lucky to have her amongst us, so that deserves a round of applause in itself. So the next one is upholding values. You can see Brother Oskan and his team working on cleaning the trails and making sure that we are able to contribute to the community that we live in. The next one is building bridges. This was one of the amazing events that we had at MAPS. When our sign got vandalized, we had entire community of Seattle come to us for support. I was getting emails every minute, 2 or 3 emails of support. So Alhamdulillah, we created our sign on the handprints of all our partners who deserves a round of applause for their unwavering support for us. Many of them are here today. Next. So at MAPS, we take our accountability and transparency very key for us. This is what the slide I had shown last year, and I want to just reflect on how we did against what we said we were going to do. The things on green you are seeing, we felt that we have accomplished what we had charted for. We have seen a big growth in the outreach programs. We have launched new programs, and our platform is becoming more and more adaptable. People are going to come and leverage from it. So we have seen the great progress on that green area. Youth, financials and facilities, we need little bit more work in that area. There are opportunities for us to really expand in those areas. Even though Brother Hassan is doing an amazing job on the youth, we still have huge opportunities to bring our youth to our center and cater our programs to match to their expectations, inshallah. So now let's take a look at our financials. So we want to spend a few focused minutes on our financials. Overall income was about $2,245,116 million from various sources. Majority of our income is from donations all of you make. Additionally, we have rental income of $214,000 and educational income of $203,000. You can see the detail of every dollar that you have donated to MAPS in the annual report. And the breakdown is in the annual report that is on the table. I'm happy to report that our income has grown from last year by about 14%. Let's look at expenses. So our expenses have crossed 2 million. We were able to manage our expenses and we have reduced it by 1%. The primary reason is we kind of put a halt on some of our major capital projects while we pay off our construction loan. And alhamdulillah, we were able to pay off our construction loan this year in 2016. And that again deserves a round of applause for the community with whose generous support we were able to do that. We will continue to invest in maintaining our facility with high quality. Your help is critical to manage the growing expenses and the expansion of our programs as we serve our community. Now let's spend a few minutes on how our future is going to look like. So while we are focused on the future, we really want to see how we can solve our past and how we can accelerate our current and secure the future. So number one priority for us is to pay off our debt that is on the lease, and that's why you will see a lot of focus in the coming year for us to pay off. And the reason for do that is when we pay that off, that extra money we are going to invest in our acceleration of the social good programs as well as looking for our future opportunities to expand for MAPS. Today, we have to refuse our community members who come and who want to rent the space because we are 100% rented out for the community at large. We will look at impactful opportunities at the state level to lead and show the impact as Muslims following our Sunnah. With our MAPS Amen program and the expansion of MAPS MCRC, we will be able to create huge impact as we take MAPS into the next decade. So future expansion, we started looking at opportunities in and around MAPS, and we'll continue to keep an eye to find if something suitable comes our way, then we can materialize that. Finally, next slide please. Finally, as we reflect back from where we came to where we are today, I cannot thank enough Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his blessings and your support. From the humble beginnings of MAPS Foundation in 2006 to coming to the new facility in 2011, till today we have experienced tremendous growth in all aspects. This is the 11th year since MAPS came into existence. You have witnessed the progress we made in the last decade. Inshallah, next decade will be monumental. Tomorrow will be more promising. Many more institutions can take birth and create confident Muslims leading the world from all aspects. Let's dream big. The next decade, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give his blessings. Next slide. So I want to close with this quote from a prominent scientist and a great human being who I had the privilege to work for 5 years of my initial first job after college in India. His name is Dr. Kalam. He was the scientist of Indian programs, missiles programs, and he was also the president of India. So I learned a lot about humility, self-sacrifice, and how selfless you need to be on your service. So according to him, dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that doesn't let you sleep. So let's all dream big for MAPS and execute on it, inshallah. Next slide. Our budget next year is going to be $2.3 million, and our goal today, inshallah, with all of you here, we are aspire to accomplish $1 million in the fundraising in this particular event. So pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this tonight and get us going on it. We thank Allah for what we have achieved so far. we however recognize that there is much work to be done to meet the aggressive goals we have set for ourselves. MAPS have the ability and the will to lead, serve and make a difference with unwavering support from all of you and with Allah's blessings. We remain steadfastly dedicated to building a sustainable organization, one that is a good investment for our future generations, a good environment for our community and a welcoming place for all. I want to thank each one of you for being here once again for MAPS. Lastly, I want to leave you with 3 important actions. Always remember MAPS in your du'as and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us so we are on a path which He accepts and rewards. Provide feedback so we can always improve. Leverage all the great programs that we have designed and continue to design. And please forgive MAPS board and myself for any shortcomings that we have done in our journey to serve you. Alhamdulillah, we have come so far and now is the time to build on that momentum and truly achieve our dreams, and for that we will always be thinking about our dreams every day and every night. That we need, and with your help, we need your generous donations tonight. I'm sure by the grace of Allah, the most gracious, and with your help and du'as will we together make MAPS a successful, so it becomes a beacon of Islam in the Western world, which will inshallah make each and every one of us to be proud Muslims. Jazakumullah khair for taking time to listen to this, and thank you very much for your support.